Hi everyone, welcome to Inspire with Aziza series, where I share my insights, strategies, and hacks on how to build a successful personal brand and boost your personal growth in order to shape your dream career or navigate through the challenges that we face during this pandemic in order to take your career or your business to the next level. In my today's talk, I've decided to address a concern that's been on everyone's mind. I mean, it's no secret with this pandemic, jobs have been affected globally with estimated number of 2.7 billion workers are out of job according to International Labor Organization. So the aim of this conversation that I'm having with you today is to help you build a strong personal brand on LinkedIn that will boost your brand, will help you stand out, will help you get noticed by the recruiters, by your clients, by your sponsors, that will help you generate those leads. If this is something that you're interested in, and I'm sure everyone is today, stay tuned and I will share with you strategies that will help you build that strong personal brand and power through these difficult times and help your business or help your career to survive and thrive. The first step is to relook at the way you use and the way you perceive LinkedIn as a platform. It's no longer a platform where you just put out your CV and have few connections, list few achievements, and you're done. And whenever you come across a job or an opportunity that's kind of relevant to what you're doing or to what your qualifications are, that's good enough. It's no good enough. LinkedIn today is your digital reputation. LinkedIn today is the most powerful and the best platform, the most cost-effective and high reach platform that allows you to grow your brand where the sky's your limit. This is where you seal your most deals. This is where you can generate your leads. This is where you get hired and get that dream job. This is where you can be yourself and share your expertise, share your skills, your passion, and get known for that. This is where you can grow to become a thought leader where other people, other customers, clients, and audience look up to you. They come to you for advice, for your products, for your services. So let's look into the steps that you need to take in order to build a strong personal brand on LinkedIn. First step is to work on your main page. Your main page is your reputation. That's your first impression. As we all know, first impressions are the last impression. This is where a potential brand, customer, follower, recruiter will see your page and just in a matter of few seconds will decide whether or not they're interested in working with you, hiring you, investing in you. So few things you need to be mindful of. First, make sure that in your bio you clearly state who you are and what you do, what value that you deliver to your audience, what problems that you solve. It has to be very clear and concise and use the professional language that is used in your specific industry to relate better to your audience. Imagery. Make sure that you use professional images for your profile and also for the banner. You have a LinkedIn banner on the top. Brand it. Make sure anything that you do that you brand. Think of yourself as a personal brand. It doesn't matter. Even if you don't own a business, even if you're not a freelancer, even when you work for a company, you still have a personal brand. You always need to brand yourself in order to reflect who you truly are and what skills, experience, expertise, and passion that you have that can benefit others. Why they need to hire you, why they need to work with you, why they need to pay you or buy from you. So make sure that you get your bio right, you use the right imagery, and in the section where you talk about your experience, don't go into listing a whole laundry list of all the job responsibilities or all the things that you've done or you're good at. List only things that you think are truly important or make you stand out as an expert and in your field. And when you list them, you always have to phrase it in a form of problem, solution, function, your job function that you do, and the result and the achievement that you've achieved. Because this way, a recruiter or your customer that wants to work with will see for themselves clearly what problems you solve, what results that you generate. So it becomes much more objective and factual rather than vague and subjective. When you polish off your page, make sure that your bio is good, that your images that you've used, your photos and your banner is branded well, that your experience is packaged in a way that reflects your true talent, skills and experience in the best possible light ever, supported by real facts and achievements, and that you do put out some of your interests and activities that will help people to get to know you a little bit more on a personal level of who you really are, what really drives you, what motivates you, what causes that you care for. Make sure that your CV is not just packed with facts and achievements, but also shows who you are, activities that you've done, what are the volunteer work that you did, what are your interests. So it gives a little bit of a flavor of who you really are and what your personal brand stands for. Step number 2 is to create and share content on a LinkedIn on a regular basis that reflects your professional skills, talents, that showcases your expertise, experience, and your passion in your field. This is the place where you can become known for as an expert in your industry. This is the place where other professionals will see you as a person to go to for advice, to buy your products, to buy your services, to get your consultancy on matters where they need your advice, your guidance, where they want you to help and solve their problems or land the opportunities that they've been after. So, like I've mentioned in my previous vlogs, whenever you think of creating a killer content, bear in mind 5 pillars, which is create a content that delivers value, that's relevant, authentic, engaging, and consistent. So I urge you to share your content on a regular basis on LinkedIn, because this is the place where you will be shocked how quickly and how fast you can build your personal brand and how easily you can boost your engagement, your following, and attract the right customers. Step number 3 is to get involved and be part of the interesting and relevant conversations that are happening on LinkedIn. Follow people that are also expert in your field or in a similar field of your interest. See professionals who are doing better than you. Learn the best practices and always jump onto those conversations that are of a value, that are engaging and interesting. Always add your 2 cents in the comment section. This is a very easy and interesting and fun way to grow your audience and to grow your authority, because this is a place where you can share your 2 cents, like your tips, your hacks, your experience that other people will find useful and they can implement in their professional life and their career. So do jump onto those conversations and always stay engaged on LinkedIn. Step number 4, do live videos just like you do it on Instagram, on Facebook. You will be surprised how much more engagement and actually lead generation you will get from doing lives on LinkedIn. Do lives on topics that matter. Do lives on topics that are relevant to today's situation. Topics that can help other people. Like, for example, if you are a psychologist, do a live talking about how to prioritize your mental health and how to address certain issues to feel better, to power through those challenging times. Or if you're, let's say, a financial advisor, do a live about certain tricks and certain tips that you can share to help people save better, spend less, and plan their future in a better way, because times are tough and we need to become even smarter and more strategic with our money and with our spending. So do lives that reflect your expertise, that reflect your passion, but at the same time listen to your audience, listen to what their needs are, what they're talking about, what concerns them, and talk about those matters, talk about those gaps, talk about things that no one else is talking about, address their issues. Step number 5, know your audience and follow the right people on LinkedIn, the right professionals, and join the right groups on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is quite targeted and it's specialized. So whatever the interest that you have or whatever your objective is or your niche that you're focusing in, you have to be pretty clear on what you're after and who you follow. For example, if you are looking for a job, don't go just sending out email to anyone and everyone that you think is influential, hoping that they will help you land a job. If they have nothing to do to actually even hiring or working for the company that you are aiming to get into, how can they help you? So you're basically wasting your time and their time. So always bear in mind that LinkedIn is highly professional and it's very targeted, and you can always reach out to your target audience so effectively and efficiently if and when you know who your target audience is in the first place. Whether you're trying to attract more clients to sell your products and your services to, whether you're trying to find an investor for your project, or you're trying to get hired by a company or by a recruiter, always know who to follow. Always find the right people that are relevant. And when you approach them, there's a way to approach them as well, not just sending out an email saying, hi, I'm blah blah, I'm looking for a job, I saw that opening, please help me get that job. No, that's not the way. Can you imagine the number of applications and the number of INMAILS that every person there receives? So always make sure that first you don't waste your and their time. You go after the right people, you join the right groups, you follow the right professionals, and you INMAIL the right people with the right message. And your message always has to be very clear on who you are, what you do, and how your skills and how your experience will benefit that company, and how your job qualifications will match the job requirements of that vacancy that's been open, that's been promoted, and you've seen somewhere and you're applying for. So always be very targeted and put your thoughts and mind into when you approach someone. Step number 6, keep on updating and upgrading your professional skills. Bear in mind, with this whole COVID-19 pandemic situation, the market has become so competitive, so economically challenging, and moved heavily towards digital. So you have to pick up on in those areas that you are not so strong at, and that you do take on courses and trainings on social media marketing, on digital marketing, to make sure that your business, that your brand, that your career is still viable, and that you can survive and that you can thrive during this pandemic. If you have taken that course or that training, if you're digitally certified, for example, that you reflected on your main page. Step number, reply to comments and emails that you receive where people genuinely are interested in your guidance, where people appreciate your work or your content. Always make sure that you show your gratitude. You do make time to go through some of those comments and emails, and you respond to acknowledge that your audience matters to you, that you are being genuine, that you truly care, and that your brand stands for delivering value and helping others grow. If you like this video, please like and share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inspire with Aziza.